folks, so we are checking in with the mayor of Black River, that's St. Elizabeth. Everyone would have told us that side of the island would be getting a lot of what's going on. Your Worship, Richard Solomon, is online. He joins us with his parish coordinator, Rashida Lloyd. Good morning to you both, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning to you, Ms. Clark and Ms. Harris, and to your viewers, and thank you for having us.
Oh, our pleasure, Your Worship. I see you out in your battle gear, the both of you. Tell us what's happening outside.
All right, currently in the capital of Black River, we are experiencing a lot of rain and moderate heavy gusty winds, not life-threatening at this point in time. But you can see that things are deteriorating by the minutes.
Yeah.
As it relates to the shoreline, the storm surge would have been increasing along the shoreline. We did do a tour this morning, Miss Lloyd and myself. We did a tour of the town along Crane Road. Not much in terms of flooding as yet in this immediate space, but we would have received information of an area called Big Woods that is now flooded.
Based off what would have happened during Hurricane Beryl, Your Worship, in your estimation, where are the areas that you feel are going to be worst hit by this?
All right. I don't know if we can necessarily make a comparison with Beryl and this system based on all the reports and all the projections. But in terms of worst affected area, I am deeply concerned about the southern side of the island. That's Treasure Beach, Port Charles, Beacon, Galleon. Areas where that is flood prone, areas like New River, even my division, New Market. Hopefully, we are praying that those areas won't be flooded because honestly, I think we are going to be hit hard. So I think the entire parish will be severely damaged, not like in Beryl where it was only on the southern bed. So that is what we are bracing and preparing for.
Well, I was just going to ask you, so how have the constituents in under your community prepared? What's happening down there? Everybody's battened down. Has everybody taken the necessary precautions? Are people heeding the warnings that were put into place?
Well, I am happy to report that in the initial stage, persons were reluctant, but as they got the updates, persons started to take this thing seriously. Because in the last minutes leading up to now, we would have seen persons making a last-minute rush, some moving to the supermarket, some doing fattening up and so on. And what I am indeed pleased about is the fact that we'd have had more persons evacuating some of the troubled spots that we would have identified. And, when you look at Beryl compared to now, we had some 100 persons in shelters across the parish. And now we have a total of 377 persons in our shelters, in some 34 shelters activated with 2 unofficial shelters, which we still have to try and facilitate because persons decided to take refuges at these shelters, although we did not make any necessary preparation for them initially. But we would have made certain intervention to assist one. There's another one that is now marooned. We did encourage them to relocate, and that is the same Big Woods space, Big Wood Primary, that is now flooded, and we are not able to access that area at this point. We did encourage them to relocate, but they said they know the area well, and that where the school is will not be flooded and they're not relocated. The council for the area, Dr. Paul, did insist, the chairman and the school board did insist, and they insist that we're the same. But nonetheless, we'll try to see our best we can provide support when the system passes.
Yeah. Ms. Lloyd, I want you to come in here because you're the disaster coordinator. Sounds pretty much like you have a response, well organized. The shelters are there. I know one of my concerns was the hospital being right there. in Black River and so on. What are the health response teams looking like for you?
Well, regarding the hospital, they have an evacuation plan. And they also have an area designated where they would take the residents to. But as we speak at the moment, they have not evacuated. I am of the belief that they are still watching to see what will happen before they take the next move. But as it is now, they are still at the location, but they have their evacuation plan in place.
Okay.
And in the shelters?
Just to know that we're in constant dialogue with the hospital, because I am very concerned about that space, especially with the town surge. I know that a wall was built to sort of create a buffer, but nonetheless, based on what we are anticipating, I am not comfortable, and I would have expressed that to them at the hospital. But we are monitoring that, and the JCF would have done a tour of the town and the hospital this morning, led by Superintendent Mento. We'll have to commend the team for the effort that they would have been doing thus far.
Yeah, I heard the minister speak about that last night, about the establishment of a wall that had gone up, but I think it was a 12-foot wall, but he said based on what they were hearing, he had concerns. So patients had been moved from lower ground to a higher floor. In terms of the shelters, Ms. Lloyd, everything in place for the folks there? In terms of the disaster response?
The shelters are fully equipped.
Okay.
And where there is a need for additional, we try to assist as best as possible. Because we have been sending items from last week and up to yesterday, we have been sending items to shelters.
Okay.
To accommodate the extra persons that are going in the shelters compared to Hurricane Barry.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Your Worship, any words for your citizens, sir, before you go?
Yes, I just want to reassure them that we are here at the command center. We have the critical team here. We have JDF with special heavy equipment. The JCF is here, the fire is here. We are here ready to respond. We are here from Sunday, and we are going to be riding out the storm at the command center here. So rest assured, we are here to rescue them if there's a need. And I want to say that we had to do a rescue last night with the JDF team, where a person had a health-related issue, and that exercise went successfully. So I want to assure them that we are here and we are prepared to respond as best as possible.
Mr. Mayor, how are we dealing with the folks who are flooded in, where is it, Bigwood?
Bigwood.
Bigwood. How are we going to deal with those folks? Are they blocked off, marooned?
They are marooned, but where they are, they won't be affected by water. They are at a certain elevation. The only challenge is to get relief supply into them.
Okay.
And as I said, that will have to be done after the system passes.
Okay.
So even with the storm not making landfall yet, you're saying at noon today, as Evan said, when it does make landfall, those folks will be okay with the increased wind and rain?
Well, we did appeal to them, and they assured us they are knowledgeable about the area, and they know that section will not be flooded. And as I said, it's several appeals that we would have made, and I'm hoping that they are on the side of correction.
Okay.
Right. Well, sir, you've done your best, and all Jamaica, we have you in our thoughts, and we hope that everything fares out. I have to also advise the viewers that those images that you saw were from Hurricane Beryl. They're not current images. So I just wanted to clarify that those are from Hurricane Beryl. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you very much, and please pray for us in St. Elizabeth. We do need a prayer.
Of course, of course. Thank you also, Rashay Lloyd, who's in charge of the parish coordination, disaster parish coordination for St.
Elizabeth, yeah. By the way, there's going to be a presser at 9:30 a.m. That's when it's scheduled to get an update from the necessary agencies and from the government. And as usual, we're going to be bringing that here for you.
Yeah.
So just keep staying tuned. We will provide all the information that you need. If there are things that you're uncertain of, give our newsroom a call, and I promise you, they will follow it through and provide the information that is required.
Thank you to the Mayor of Black River, His Worship Richard Solomon, and Rochelle Lloyd, who's the Acting Disaster Coordinator for the parish of St. Elizabeth. As the Mayor has asked, let us keep them in our prayers. We have Girl Talk up next. Stick around for that. We'll be right back.